Throughout the reign of the dinosaurs, countless iconic creatures roamed the earth, towering giants, swift hunters, and heavily armored beasts. But among all these prehistoric titans, none have captured the world's imagination quite like the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Often dubbed the king of the dinosaurs, T-Rex was a predator unlike any other. Towering over its domain, armed with bone-crushing jaws and dagger-like teeth, it dominated the late Cretaceous period with ferocity unmatched in the fossil record. But here's the twist. Despite its fearsome reputation, there was one dinosaur, just one, that even T-Rex might have thought twice about attacking. A creature so well defended, so uniquely built for survival, that even the king himself may have found it more trouble than it was worth. This wasn't another massive predator or towering herbivore. No, this was an armored tank on legs, the Ankylosaurus. Today we'll dive deep into the story of the only dinosaur that T-Rex might have feared. To understand why T-Rex was considered the ultimate predator, we need to explore what made it such a formidable force. Living between 68 and 66 million years ago in what is now North America, T-Rex was the apex predator of its ecosystem. Measuring up to 40 feet in length, standing over 12 feet tall at the hips, and weighing nearly 9 tons, this colossal carnivore was as long as a school bus and heavier than an adult elephant. But size alone didn't make T-Rex terrifying. Its true power lay in its bite. With a bite force estimated at over 12,000 pounds per square inch, T-Rex could crush bones with ease, more powerful than any land animal that's ever existed. Its teeth, some exceeding 12 inches in length, were thick, serrated, and designed not just to pierce flesh, but to pulverize the skeletons of its prey. Imagine jaws strong enough to shatter solid bone like brittle twigs. Despite its bulk, T-Rex was surprisingly agile. Its powerful hind legs allowed it to reach speeds of up to 20 miles per hour. It had exceptional vision, thanks to forward-facing eyes that provided binocular vision, perfect for tracking and hunting. Its sense of smell was even more impressive, rivaling that of modern-day vultures, allowing it to detect prey, or carrion, from miles away. T-Rex's reign as the king of the late Cretaceous seemed absolute. It preyed on large herbivores like Triceratops and Edmontosaurus, leaving behind fossilized evidence of its violent encounters. Bones scarred by tooth marks, crushed skulls, and shattered ribs. But among all these fossilized remains, there's a curious absence. No evidence of T-Rex bite marks on one particular dinosaur. And that dinosaur? Ankylosaurus. Ankylosaurus wasn't a predator. It was a herbivore, peacefully grazing on low-lying vegetation. But what set it apart wasn't what it ate, it was how it survived. First discovered in the early 1900s in Montana's Hell Creek Formation, its name means fused lizard, referring to the bony plates, called osteoderms, that fuse together to form an impenetrable shield covering its back and flanks. At first glance, Ankylosaurus might not seem as imposing as a towering theropod like T-Rex, but looks can be deceiving. Growing up to 33 feet long, standing about 5 feet tall at the hips, and weighing between 5 to 8 tons, Ankylosaurus was a heavyweight in its own right. Its body was low-slung, wide and heavily armored, resembling a prehistoric tank designed by nature itself. Its most iconic feature? The massive club at the end of its tail. This wasn't just a bony growth, it was a weapon capable of delivering bone-shattering blows. Made of fused osteoderms, this club could be swung with incredible force, powered by large tail muscles and stiff tendons. Paleontologists estimate that a fully grown Ankylosaurus could swing its tail with enough power to break the bones of even the largest predators. But the tail club was just one part of its defense system. Its entire body was covered in thick armor plates, spikes, and bony knobs that made it nearly impossible for predators to find a vulnerable spot. Even its eyelids were reinforced with bone, offering protection for one of its few exposed areas. This combination of armor and weaponry made Ankylosaurus one of the most well-defended animals to ever walk the earth. Let's break down the anatomy of Ankylosaurus to understand why it was such an evolutionary marvel. Its armor consisted of osteoderms embedded in the skin, covering everything from its neck to its tail. These bony plates weren't just flat shields. They were designed with a domed, hollow underside, making them both strong and lightweight. This structure helped distribute the force of impacts, much like how modern body armor works, allowing Ankylosaurus to withstand crushing bites without breaking its defenses. Beneath the armor, thick collagen fibers acted like shock absorbers, reducing the impact of blows from predators like T-Rex. Its skull was reinforced with bony ridges, and its small, low-set eyes were protected by armored eyelids. Even the bones in its body were dense and compact, adding to its overall durability. And then there's the tail club, a masterpiece of evolutionary engineering. Studies suggest that Ankylosaurus could swing its tail with enough force to generate over 20,000 newtons of impact. That's more than enough to shatter bone. To put that into perspective, a professional baseball player's swing generates around 5,000 newtons. Ankylosaurus delivered a hit 4 times more powerful, using a club made entirely of bone. Its tail wasn't just a blunt weapon, it was precise. The tail vertebrae were modified to allow for a wide range of motion, and the muscles powering the swing were massive, giving it both speed and strength. In battle, this tail could deliver devastating blows to the legs of a predator like T-Rex, potentially breaking bones and rendering the predator immobile. Now imagine the prehistoric showdown. T-Rex, the towering tyrant, circles its heavily armored prey, jaws wide, teeth glinting under the Cretaceous sun. It charges, driven by hunger and instinct, aiming to deliver a fatal bite. But Ankylosaurus doesn't flee. It stands its ground, low to the earth, its body a fortress, its tail poised like a loaded weapon. As T-Rex lunges, Ankylosaurus pivots with surprising speed, swinging its tail club with bone-crushing force. The impact lands squarely on T-Rex's leg. Bones crack. The predator stumbles, its mobility compromised. Even if T-Rex manages to bite, its teeth struggle to penetrate Ankylosaurus's armor, glancing off the bony plates with little effect. This wasn't a battle of equals in terms of offense. It was a contest of power versus defense. T-Rex had speed, agility, and a crushing bite. But Ankylosaurus had armor that could deflect those deadly jaws and a tail that could cripple its attacker with a single well-placed strike. In this hypothetical battle, the outcome would depend on the circumstances. A young or injured Ankylosaurus might fall to T-Rex's relentless attacks. But a healthy, full-grown adult? Even the mighty T-Rex might decide that the risk wasn't worth the reward. Did T-Rex and Ankylosaurus actually encounter each other? The fossil record says yes. Both species lived during the late Cretaceous period and shared the same environment in what is now North America, particularly in the Hell Creek Formation. However, there's something curious. While many fossils of herbivorous dinosaurs like Triceratops show clear evidence of T-Rex bite marks, there's little to no evidence of T-Rex attacking Ankylosaurus. No fossilized bones with tooth marks, no shattered armor. Why? One theory is that T-Rex avoided attacking healthy adult ankylosaurs because the risk was too high. A broken leg from a tail club strike would be a death sentence for a predator reliant on speed and strength. T-Rex might have targeted younger, weaker ankylosaurs or scavenged already dead individuals instead. Interestingly, fossils of related ankylosaur species, like Zool, show signs of tail club injuries, suggesting that these dinosaurs used their weapons not just against predators, but also in battles with each other, perhaps over territory or mates. The story of Ankylosaurus and T-Rex isn't just about who would win in a fight. It's a tale of evolutionary arms races, predators evolving sharper teeth and stronger bites, while prey evolved tougher armor and better defenses. Ankylosaurus represents the peak of defensive evolution. Its combination of armor, weaponry, and sheer resilience made it one of nature's most effective survival strategies. In today's world, we see echoes of this evolutionary strategy in animals like armadillos, crocodiles, and even turtles. Creatures that rely on defense rather than speed or aggression. Evolution isn't just about who's the fastest or strongest. It's about who can adapt, survive, and thrive in the face of changing environments and relentless predators. And in that regard, Ankylosaurus was a true champion. So, what do you think? In the ultimate showdown between T-Rex and Ankylosaurus, who would come out on top? The unstoppable force or the immovable object? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your theories.